Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and I like the town of Muka very much, but there was nothing to do there and no fruit season, so I came to the city of Bintulu. And like many cities in Malaysia and in Southeast Asia, the city-like downtown district is right next to some really village-like areas like this one. Well, ignore the masses of cars, look at the village-style houses with the big gardens. So I hope there will be something to forage. Here we have one of the few cacti that grow quite well here. Pereschia bleo. Beautiful fruits, also beautiful flowers on that branch over there. You almost don't recognize it as a cactus, it looks like a rose. Beautiful flowers. Lots of spines and those fruits. Yeah, those fruits are kind of edible, like all cactus fruits. Sour, but not too bad. Yeah, sour and a bit slimy. As far as cactus fruits go, those are totally acceptable. A plot here that looks kind of abandoned. Here is this, must be some vitex with those big fruits and the big fruits for vitex and the carpenter bee being on it. What's lying on the ground? This is some sort of fruit, half an orange or lemon or what? No, this is something different. It's a piece of cucumber, ripe cucumber. Well, also some bananas, which were probably cultivated at one time here. And there are some trails going into the banana patch, so I think, yeah, bananas are valuable enough. As soon as there is something growing there, somebody will go and harvest it. Just wonder why they chopped down those pseudostems here. They are sprouting new leaves, that means that they most probably haven't fruited yet. Why did they do it? Sometimes I don't understand what people do here, and sometimes when I ask somebody, they say they don't understand either. Coconuts, several rambutan trees. This tree behind it looks like an encala. It's kind of unusual to see an encala in I think this is a Malayu village here. Encala is more something you find in Orang Bidayu, Orang Ulu villages, Dayak villages. Sugarcane in the background. A big breadfruit tree behind that house. Let's see here. This stuff seems mostly ornamental. The little tree in the background, this is smelly noni, which is supposed to be a miracle cure for cancer. Here's some more sugarcane and some manioc. Some taro. Oh, look at those sewers. I fell in one of those yesterday, twice. Yeah, pity me. I'm still pitying myself. Here, some bigger taro. Funny, the only time I tried to cook taro tubers, they were so full of oxalate that I had to throw them away. What's up? I'm quite lucky with other poisons, but oxalate really gets me each time. It's not even a poison, it's a lot of little glass needles in your throat. And of course, again, the mangoes are not in season. Look at this one is just starting to flower. And a small durian tree among the houses. Pandanus, they sure like to eat their pandanus leaves and buds around here. Are all those pandanus one species? I'm not even sure. Small durian in the background, two coconut trees, some papaya plants. Here another durian next to the mango. Usually most people don't plant durian trees right next to their houses, since the fruits are big and heavy and can actually kill you. But maybe those people don't have other gardens except the little house gardens. What are those big trees? No idea. Here, one more papaya, soursop. tropical asparagus, also called sweet vegetable. This here is the tropical asparagus, chilies. And what's up with those papayas? They look kind of strange. This is the soursop tree, by the way. Here some people are really growing stuff at the smallest possible spaces. I always feel very strange when I find something here which I know from temperate climate, like the rose over there, really beautiful. But yeah, it kind of feels like I'm back home. I guess somebody here harvested a lot of coconuts. I wonder if they will burn them here in the village. They will definitely, oh yeah, they are burning it. Every day when it starts getting dark and the mosquitoes come out, they burn the trash piles to chase away the mosquitoes. So they will rather have lung cancer than mosquito bites. Yeah, folks, it's that bad. There is no nice way to say it. Those people, they will rather burn stuff to chase away the mosquitoes and hurt themselves than, oops, a fish. Quite a big fish too. In the dirtiest sewer there are fish. As long as there is oxygen there are fish. It's so amazing. Here some pipturus, a fruit tree which is a relative of the stinging nettle. It's not in season yet, but when in season the fruits are kind of okay. Oh, look at that. Most fruit foragers would have looked up the big trees and overlooked this little pile of invasive vines. But there is so much here. I mean, somebody who knows about local vegetables will find a lot of stuff. I see 2 or 3 vegetables here, but they also see fruits. Those hairy looking things are actually passion fruit. Inside of them there are small passion fruits which taste pretty much like Passiflora edulis, but they are Passiflora foetida. Here they are not ripe yet. And see those teeny tiny, this teeny tiny cucumber-like thing? It is a cucumber relative. When it's ripe, it will give you horrible diarrhea, but when it's green, it tastes like tiny little cucumbers. Well, let's grab 1 or 2. Oh, here. You can totally eat those. Just like cucumber. Don't see any ripe passion fruit, or I would eat them too. People are watching the crazy white man who is eating from the trash piles. Well, they can keep watching me. I hope that this is gonna be good water, but it's the sewers overflowing. Nice. Here a young matua tree in the background. Most matuas around here are young because it became fashionable only a comparatively short time ago. Here among the coconuts and bananas there is some ginger, I guess at Lingera. Here in Southeast Asia there are hundreds, thousands I think of ginger species, and people use them in so many more different ways than we do. Some pipturus over there, but unreachable, I cannot eat it. Pisang kapok or pisang pok. Here a jackfruit tree. Some very strange leafed manioc variety. This little lime here is a Limau casturi. Don't know what the one with the bigger leaves is. They have a big diversity of limes here, and to make things more complicated they call a lot of things limes which we would not call limes. A lot of things like mandarins and oranges. This here, I don't know what this is, but it looks familiar. It almost looks like a physalis, but it's not a physalis. Strange. And here a rose in flowers. We are on the equator, folks. Well, we are a couple 100 kilometers north of the equator, but not that this makes such a big difference. For many of the nations or ethnicities here in the area, water is incredibly important, especially Malayu and also Iban people. They live close to the water, yes. They throw everything into the water. Guess where the pipes from the toilets are going? They're just going 50 centimeters straight down. Okay, here we have some more bananas and sugar cane, very well fertilized. Here another little garden. I'm being watched. Let's see. Well, here behind this purple stemmed sugar cane, there is a Sisyphus mauritiana, very popular in the tropics and subtropics. I don't know why. Over there we have a rambutan fruiting, and here some long spaghetti beans hanging down from those bean stalks. And here I could walk, well, I mean, hopefully in a couple of weeks I will be able to give you a foraging video from the biggest stilt village, or the biggest water village in the world. It's in Brunei. But now let's go back. What are those bananas? I'm very bad at bananas, but I still try to guess them. Definitely not pisang kapok. This is some of the sweeter varieties. Although pisang kapok is also very sweet when ripe. Here a pandanus or screw pine. Very important. They use the leaves for flavoring, for example, and use the buds as a vegetable. And here noni. Here a ripe fruit. I still don't smell anything, so I guess it's not too ripe. And here another small banana in flower. Here a breadfruit tree, which is not too far away, and you can see a couple really big fruits. Actually, you could harvest several of them already. Maybe they are already harvesting it. Maybe it is already in season. You could harvest them now, or maybe they know better the size of their own fruits, so maybe they will harvest them a little bit later. Quite unusual, a dog in a Malayo village, so I guess there are also Christians around here. Here pepper, the shiny leaves in the background. Wow, this cucurbitaceae over there has completely overgrown this mango tree. In this garage here, I think... Hello sir, how are you? This garage here has also seen better days. Maybe, I think it even was a house before, a two-story house. I wanted to see this here. Oh, nice cat on the car. I think this is some sort of longan, but there are so many epiphytic ferns growing on it that it's hard to tell. Interesting. On my way to the night market, I found some strange eggplant. This is a particularly delicious sewer. Let's not fall in it. Oh, what is this eggplant? Look at that. Yellow and flattish. Well, this plant is dead, but this one still alive. Small leaves, pretty small for an eggplant. The unripe fruit seem to be white. Huh, folks, tell me what this eggplant is. It's quite amazing. Would be funny if I find it on the market. Is it? Oh wait, it's possible that those are several plants. It's possible that those are from several seeds. I don't know. Nope, the yellow and the white fruits are coming from the same stalk. Huh, a new eggplant that they cannot even try it. What a pity. Let's see what else they have in their garden. Maybe it's a woman. Basil, chilies, more of those eggplants, pineapple, tropical asparagus. And this here looks planted too, but no, I guess it was a basil patch at one time and then it became overgrown. Here somebody is working in the little garden. Here we have some different eggplant. I think this should be probably terong asam. Oh, the sewers are bubbling, tasty. A lot of sweet vegetable. Could this be some small pandanus here? A lot of manioc. Oh, I've never seen this plant here. This looks interesting. The night market is much smaller. Last time I was here, it was stretching many hundreds of meters along this parking lot. It was, yeah, probably the biggest night market I've ever seen. All the way through this parking lot. Yeah, COVID has hit the Borneo markets really hard. But the good thing, and this is very typical for this night market, usually on a night market you basically buy fried stuff because during the day it's usually too hot to eat it. But this night market here is like a regular market just at night. I have to ask him about this banana later. This looks interesting. Jackfruit or maybe champedak seeds, wax gourd, some other gourds, soursop. This is heart of palm, but yeah, breadfruit and champedak. But I don't see any seasonal fruits. Oh, again, those big red plum bananas. Huge lemon egg, huge crocodile egg lemons. And look at the size of those bananas. But yeah, well, okay, the champedak is kind of a seasonal fruit. It kind of gives me hope. At least we seem to be in the... Oh, we are not in the champedak season because look at the prices. They wouldn't sell them for those prices if they were in season. Okay, there is also rambutan. So we are not exactly outside of the fruit season, but we are not really in the fruit season either. Well, I guess gold is always in season. 6 o'clock and the leaves of the 5 o'clock tree are folded. Beautiful tree, and you can basically use it as a watch. When the leaves of this tree are going to rest, then you should also. So let me show you what the night market usually is about in those Southeast Asian countries. Here they like to fry stuff. They have a lot of fatty foods, usually fried in palm oil, and imagine you would eat this during the heat of the day. That's why you open those markets in the late afternoon and eat the stuff in the evening and night. While during the day you eat less fatty, less heavy foods. That's basically the purpose of a night market. So glad the Bintulu night market has widened this purpose a bit. Here sour eggplant, by the way, green papayas, limau kasturi, ripe cucumbers. Yeah, so there are here and there a couple seasonal fruits, but basically mostly no seasonal stuff. And I have yet to spot any durian around here. Well, long spaghetti beans. Finally, at the edge of the market, some durians. Ooh, but the prices are prohibitive. So to be, well, one durian for 15 and 3 for 40. Dari mana durian ini?
Kampung.
Dari sini?
Ya.
Kampung Sibu? Ah.
Di sini. Bintulu.
Kampung Bintulu, tidak dari Ulu Baram, dari belakang. Ah, di sini. Okay, baik. Terima kasih. Here the manioc leaves of different varieties. Actually, you see those more often on the market than the manioc tubers themselves. And here this guy is pounding them. Usually you pound them before you eat them. It's not being done with most of the other spinach-like vegetables, but with manioc leaves, that's quite typical. Here, somebody else is pounding their manioc leaf. Very typical process here in Borneo. Okay, it's funny, I've really rarely seen the tubers. The tubers are basically the only edible part of the manioc we know, but here the leaves really dominate. Also, there is some rambai here. The Iban told me when the rambai is ripe, the fruit season is at its end. So if they are selling rambai, that means the next weeks are not going to be better, but worse. Here a lot of etlingera flowers. The flowers, and here a lot of etlingera fruit. They are both a very popular vegetable, the flowers as well as the fruit. Now let me go and find those interesting bananas. Apart from that, there seems to be nothing new for me on this market. Now the pretty sizable Bintulu city market needs to be studied meticulously stall by stall. What I can see from the first glance is that no, we are not in the fruit season. Yes, this is kraton, pineapple. The stuff that looks like pineapple is actually etlingera, a type of ginger fruit. Soursop, betel nuts, wax gourds, the endemic the endemic sour eggplant, ripe cucumbers, papaya beans, and so on and so on. Champedak. Yep, we are definitely not in the fruit season, and those strange looking bananas probably just had too much stress. Yeah, here they are eating some cucurbitaceae leaves. Actually, yeah, most cucumber and pumpkin and so on plants are actually edible. Limau purut, papaya flowers. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff around here. Some sort of reddish leaves. Not leaves that are reddish, but leaves of radishes. Rich gourd. They use those bamboo sections as cooking pots. Everything tastes so much better in them. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's not interesting, but definitely not in the fruit season. Let's check out the mangrove apples. Maybe those are ripe at least. Here in the middle of the tree I see quite a big one. However, well, yeah, I don't want to get into that muck. Let's see how we do it. Okay, let's climb that tree. I noticed that I'm by far not as nimble as I used to be, so that's gonna be fun, at least for you. Came to the realization that mangrove apple wood is very soft, but good thing the fruit here is soft too, so it's ripe and ready to eat. One of the strangest tastes of any fruit. How should I describe it? First look at those crazy seeds. Mostly sour, with a very complicated flavor. Like it has been dipped into a pot of spices. It tastes like some sour sauce with tons of ingredients, the complicated preparation process, which includes fermenting. But it's a fruit fresh off a tree. No, I'm being a major tourist attraction here. Climbing trees which bend under my weight and stuff. So mostly sour, a bit sweet, Very complicated spicy taste. Almost like something in the Solanaceae. Solanaceae also have very complicated tastes. Hard to describe. Not a really good fruit, but not bad either. Beautiful star at the bottom, by the way. This is the calyx or the sepals. Nah. Not so much to my taste. Let's forage for some feral invasive passion fruit. Here from the flower you can clearly see it's a passion fruit, Passiflora foetida. However, it's also popular with the local birds. Here we got two. So as soon as it's ripe, they are getting it. The pineapple, no, it's not growing here. I bought it from the market. But now I need my second hand for the passion fruit. It's surrounded by this big hairy looking calyx. Once it's peeled, it reminds you more of a tiny passion fruit. It won't fill anybody up, but it's a tasty snack for kids and adults alike. And birds. Did I mention birds? By the way, since climbing the tree, my head is covered with small ants. They don't bite you like those leaf weaver ants. They're just crawling around and tickling. Well, not as bad as the leaf weaver ants, but still not too pleasant. Still don't know the name of this fruit. It's not uncommon in coastal areas of Sarawak, but it's not edible at all. The kemonting fruit is edible, but not ripe. However, here are our little friends, the mini cucumbers. I again forgot the Latin name. Doesn't matter. Looks like a cucumber. Tastes like a cucumber. Just don't eat the black ripe fruits, because they are laxative. I hope this would be a banana because of the leaves. But it's, what is this again? Is this a strelitzia? Well, tell me folks, I forgot the name of this beautiful flower. Definitely nothing I recognize as edible. All those strelitzia fruits, or seeds rather, or arils, or what is it, Aleosoma, are actually edible. Here we got the ripe laxatives. We're gonna stay off them, folks. We are gonna stay off them. The local cuisine is challenging enough, even without taking hardcore, laxatives. An unusual sight this time of year. The ground covered with fruits. Some thick Benjamini or some closely related species. Those are mostly extremely boring, except for sometimes when they are not. This is not one of those times. It's boring. Just like eating some spongy, slightly tart plant matter. I guess you could put them in a curry, but you could put anything that's spongy in a curry. Beautiful riverside park here in Bintulu. I guess you would call it riverfront or something. But like many of those government projects in Malaysia, especially parks, it's oversized and empty, and also not really connected to the nearby commercial areas. Beautiful, but if they would plant a lot of fruit trees in those parks, at least the gardeners and some random people would have fun. Well, there is some sort of fruit on those trees. Big bunches of it even. I would guess some myrtaceae. However, the branches are too high for me. So I have either to look for a lower branch. What about this one? If I find a stick on the ground, well, this is a very short stick, but okay, no fruits and no stick. Yeah, definitely a myrtaceae. Look at the flowers there. That means that the fruits could be tart and boring, but they could also be sweet and tasty, at least when ripe. They are already sending people with motorbikes through the park. This guy looks official. Haha. But, yeah. You cannot watch as long as I can steal. Okay. Here is one of those myrtaceae fruit, definitely unripe. One big seed. The question is, will they be better if they are ripe? I mean, there is an out-of-season flower here, so there might be an out-of-season ripe fruit bunch somewhere too. Yeah, we can dream at least. And there is again a guy complaining. I guess they have guards here every 100 meters or so, but this one was in civilian clothes. Oh my god. Yeah, that's also very typical for those parks around here. More guards than visitors. More gardeners and guards than visitors. Oh, he's coming after me. That's gonna be fun. Don't know those little fruits here. I definitely know the kangaroo grape. Waiting for the guy to come after me. Let's see what he says. Unripe kangaroo grapes. So they're gonna use those. Well, if they were out in the park, they would use those for sambal. Let's see what else we find, and let's see if he's gonna be friendly or just kick us out of the park. That's gonna be fun. Oh no, he's going back. Guess he noticed that I can easily outwalk him. I think this is Livistonia chinensis. There were some species which are kind of tasty, but most of Livistonia species are kind of boring. Also, Bintulu is one of the places where there are supposed to be crocodiles, but I guess the tide is too high for that right now. After 2 kilometers, the riverfront park comes to a dead end. And here is a little cucurbitaceae growing on this fence. What is it? It's, what was it? Something Cochinchinense. Yeah, I found this on several parks around here. Now you can see how it grows. Seems to be pretty popular with some animal which eats out the seeds. White fruits. I bet the locals also use the young leaves for something. Okay, so next problem. I don't want to go back. I'm not one of the back-going types. So it means I need to press on. Somebody's building some big butt bridge through my riverside park. Well, now look at that nice old ship. More Singapore rhododendron. Now the trick is to be confident enough and also to look like you are gonna leave the construction site as fast as possible. Let's see if it works. Nice. Well, let's see where I get from here. I guess the exit should be somewhere over there. Well, kids, don't do what I'm doing. Don't go into strange construction sites. Well, not strange. Don't go into big dangerous construction sites. You can get hurt. Like so many other things on my channel, eating poisonous fruits, fighting the local wildlife, going alone deep into the jungle. Don't do this. Yeah. You know, on the positive side, if the red shirt guy gets the uniformed guy on the motorbike, there is no chance he can follow me through this. Is that an airport? Or was that an airport? The scope of... is that an airport? Or was that an airport? The scope of some of those construction projects like parks and roads is immense. Here, by the way, katapa, or tropical almond. No fruits on it. One of the trees called pataya. They cook the unripe beans. And here a 5 o'clock tree with sweet pods you can suck. It's basically a mixture of sweet and tart, but they are not ripe either. My old nemesis, sewers. Don't do this at home, folks, or anywhere else. Sewers are kind of dirty. Is this Araucaria some of the edible species I'm wondering? Could it be the Norfolk pine? Please comment, folks, what is this Araucaria? No fruits, very nice, very tidy. Dry sewer for once. Very nice, very tidy parks, but no fruits. What about behind the fence? There should be the tiny cucumbers here. Come to daddy. It's a little bit disappointing that this is the only stuff to forage, but whatever it gets, folks. Yeah, what did I say about the scope of those parks? Imagine, folks, what kind of fruit collections you could amass here. Those are hectares over hectares and acres over acres of empty park that can be upgraded to a fruit forest. Let the guys work in peace. A clean sewer for once. Well, I guess in this case it's not a sewer, it's just a roadside pitch. Beautiful buildings and beautiful parks, but even in the fruit season there wouldn't be too much edible stuff around here. The breadfruit and the guava and the mango. Actually the breadfruit has one big fruit around the mango crown. This palm has a beautiful tree growing out of it, but I'm more interested into the Phoenix robeleni here. This is a date palm which comes from the region, well, comes from the Mekong. Was it the one that grows in swamps or the one that grows on the rocks? I think it was the one that grows on the rocks. Well, the good thing is the dates are edible. The bad thing is the dates are not ripe on this one. They have pruned the trees recently and maybe while cutting off the old leaves they also cut off the old fruit bunches. Nope, unripe ones. The dates are not soft yet. Here, now we are talking business. This is not completely ripe, but maybe this one is getting softish already, but still far from ripe. However, this one has a lot of bunches. This one is kinda... no, softish is not enough. Still too tart. I'm not... well, let me show you at least the big breadfruit. It's close enough so that I can zoom in properly. Not that big, still well under 2 kilograms. The ones I collected near Kuching were over 5 kilograms. After an extended trip through an urban jungle, a jungle inside the city, which left me very dehydrated, I'm back in the city, and yeah, I have to notice again and again how green it is. Look at this neighborhood, fruit trees and other trees everywhere. Look at this park. This park wasn't even on my radar. It was too small. I was going to visit some much bigger parks. But they put a lot of work even into this small park. There is a lake, there is a pavilion. Beautiful. Only I need water. Cannot even forage those coconuts because I left even my small knife at home. So I'm completely knifeless now. So I guess I have to forage for some water bottle in some nearby shop. In this small garden, fresh coconuts. If this was a public park, I would take them because those I could open even without the knife. But this is obviously being cared for by somebody. Look, here a matoa tree. Oops, a lime. Very strange limes. Look at this heart-shaped lime. Beautiful. What else do we have here? Mangoes, kasturi limes, an avocado tree, a lot of passion fruit vines here. Beautiful. Is this private or public? If they have taken over a part of the public park, they have invested a lot of metal into it. Longan. More mango trees. This must be wonderful during the fruit season. Lemongrass, and here a lot of dragon fruit. This is a cactus that produces the dragon fruit, and it's basically a vine or an epiphyte. That's why they grow it on those structures here. Over there I think a couple more longan trees, and here a soursop. Beautiful little garden. Back there a kudondong and some ginger. I would totally forage in it if it was in a public park, but I really think it's being cared for by a private person. And here tropical asparagus or sweet vegetable. This giant grasshopper jumped out exactly from under my foot. Not all the insects here are huge and colorful, but most look small and gray-like in temperate areas, but from time to time you find some of those giants. There is a shop full of water. Look at that, full of water. It's taunting me by being closed. Yeah, that's my luck, folks. Oh my. Back on the night market of Bintulu, which, as we established, is better than other night markets because they also are selling the normal fruit and veg and fish. And today it's even better than yesterday. Yeah, there is even more durian, and there is rambutan somewhere, and there is also red snake fruit and other jungle fruits. And a taxi driver gave me a great tip. In the morning, there is a morning market here, but the authorities allow the Ivan only to have the morning market for 3 hours, between 8 and 5. Fortunately, it's quite close to my hotel. And he says here, there on the night market, there are a couple Ivan who are selling fruit and veg, here the sour eggplant. But on the morning market, there are a lot. Just after 3 hours, they have to be gone, which is very sad. Oh, here jackfruit seeds. I just ate champedak with seeds. Oh, here is champedak, by the way. So next morning I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna go to the morning market. Oh, here at Lingera, flowers and fruit. Oh, and here they have the fruit of another ginger. Those are Lingera fruits. This is another ginger, I forgot the name. Very nice, tastes like pineapple, right? Ini sama buah nanas. No. Oh, now she wants to give me the pineapple. Ah, terima kasih. Ini buah hutan Iban. Oh, terima kasih, Ibu.
Iban hutan.
So she gives me one of those fruits. Yeah, nice sour and with a nice fruity taste. Mantap ini, Ibu. Terima kasih. Maybe the best ginger fruit. A couple really good ginger fruits.
Dalam hutan. Ini
Here is the-
hutan, ini hutan.
Ini hutan, yeah.
Kamu mau coba ini?
Ini, and now she wants to give me the Tlingera fruit. Here is the red snake fruit. Here I think she cut some. Ini champedak. Ini champedak.
Bukan, purul.
Ini apa?
Purul.
No. Ini apa?
Buah purul.
Buah poro.
Au. Cuma dah.
Ini champedak. Poro nama Iban.
Iban.
Oh, terima kasih, Ibu. So now here I'm given the Tlingera fruit. Asam ini. Enak. It tastes exactly like ants. When I was a little child, before I became a vegetarian, I was known as the ant eater. And this is crunchy and has the exact taste of ants. It's exactly like eating ants. The sourness is exactly terima kasih, Ibu. Giving me another one. Here it's very funny to give white people sour or spicy stuff. And by the way, their English here is very good, so they understand every word. Yeah. So, terima kasih, Ibu. So the vegetarian ants were very good. Yeah, as I said, the market is, for a night market, extremely good when you want to buy fruit, veg, or fish, or mushrooms, or other things. But I was told that the morning market will be extremely abundant with rare fruits. I followed the old guy's advice and showed up at 7 in the morning, and I was not disappointed. A really nice big Iban market with a lot of local stuff. Of course, not the seasonal fruit. We are still not in the fruit season, but the stuff that is here, yeah, it sure has been all brought to the market. It's right next to the night market here. Pazambalam Bintulu means night market Bintulu. Over there is the night market. This market you have to come in the early morning because during the day, during prime business times, this is just a parking lot. Hi folks, this is all the fruit. And here I am on the Iban morning market of the city of Bintulu in Sarawak in Malaysian Borneo. Yeah, it's raining and still there are lots of people here on the market. I was pretty much disappointed by the official market of Bintulu, which was, well, mostly vegetables and dried fish. But then I got a tip from a cab driver that actually the really cool local Iban fruit and veg market is happening on this parking lot between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. So by 8 a.m. all this is supposed to be gone. So this is not where the official vendors sell, but everybody can come here with their car and just sell what they have in their garden or what they can forage in the jungle. Let's see what we have here. Breadfruit, some vegetables, soursop, pumpkin, bottle gourd and coconuts. This is the crocodile egg lime, frying bananas, more soursop, more crocodile egg lime. They seem to love their soursop here. It's not even local. Here breadfruit, cucumbers and tropical asparagus. I think this is garlic leaf, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, they have normal garlic and onions here, and then they have this tree where wood, leaves and fruits taste like garlic. Hello, mister. Ini apa, mister?
Ini lengkuas.
Lengkuas. Terima kasih. I think it is, no, it's not a ginger relative, but they like to, this seems to be sweet potato leaves. Pinang and some sort of round lime. Oh, here they have some small mangoes. I think there was a small mango. Sweet? Sweet? Manis or asam?
Manis.
Manis. Okay, terima kasih. Pineapples, lemongrass. Okay, thank you. Maybe I will get some mangoes later. Local ferns. I think this is sago palm, corn, manioc leaves. Manioc leaves are actually quite a good vegetable. I rarely see the roots on the markets, but the leaves are here all the time. Lingera white ginger flowers. I think my phone is kind of fogged up. That's not so nice. Here we have jackfruit and the smaller but much sweeter relative champedak. Oh, those are the first sampo wang I'm seeing here. A huge jungle mango, those brown balls. Some rattan fruit, the endemic sour eggplant. Big diversity of bananas. This here could be pisang embun, this could be pisang kapok, this could be pisang tandok, and this could be pisang emas or pisang hotel. Lots and lots of vegetables which I don't know. Here unripe jackfruit, and here jackfruit that was not harvested in time, so they just collected the seeds which you can boil like chestnuts. Let's see, I'm in a little bit remote part of the market. I don't want to cover every stall. Also, as I said, we are not in the fruit season, so there are no new fruits here for me. But as for non-seasonal fruits and vegetables, this is really great. Oh, here Jenkol, a very smelly nut. Here more sago palm. This is the heart of palm. They don't peel it completely in the jungle to keep it clean and moist. So yeah, when harvesting heart of palm, 99% of the trees basically not being used. Here this guy has chili plants and some pomelos and 2 Buddha's hand citron, I think. I got some durians off that stall. They were okay, but all durians I tried here in Bintulu, they are out of season durians. They were all kind of watery, not as sweet and concentrated as the in-season durians. Bitter gourd, Japanese eggplant, dragon bean, lots of cucumbers, some smaller pomelos, spaghetti beans, some innards of, I don't know, could be chicken, could be whatever, could be monkey or snake. They are still selling bush meat here. I think inside those bags are more dragon beans, dried fish. Of course, it's not a good day to sell. Oh no, this one is not selling dried fish. This one is selling dry goods. It's not such a good day for selling anything, but the bananas, of course, they don't mind the rain, but the dry goods and the dry fish, they do. Let's see if I can show you some more nice and rare things. As I said, no rare seasonal jungle fruits around here, but nice vegetables like rich gourd. The cabbage is probably imported from China, just like the carrots. Pattaya beans, another very smelly bean. Here, yeah, this guy, for example, with his fish. Well, the only positive thing for him could be that the weight of the dried fish is increasing, but the shelf life is decreasing in the moisture. Here again, sweet vegetable or tropical asparagus. Japanese eggplant is so much more sweet and tender than the European ones. We should grow it more in Europe. Dragon fruit, papayas, wax gourd, bottle gourd here. Yeah, what's up with my... Oh, okay. There are raindrops over it. Here they have some pretty huge durian. Hai Babak, berapa harga durian? How much?
45 tu, 45.
Oh, 45.
Oh, besar.
Oh, pity I already ate one.
Ini bagus.
Okay, terima kasih.
Okay. Terima kasih banyak-banyak.
So, not so expensive for... Well, yeah, all the durians here are very expensive right now, but compared to the prices of other durians around here, this is still quite acceptable. Pineapple, and here a lot of ornamental flowers. And this guy over there, he is selling such a huge amount of pumpkins. I love those pumpkins. They make wonderful dishes out of them. They are one of my favorite vegetables here. Here we have some some curcuma, other different pumpkins, sweet potatoes. Here's some mangoes. They're out of season, so I wouldn't even buy those because they are too old. Corn and watermelons. And this guy here seems to be selling imported stuff. Don't know where it's imported from. The mangoes could be from Thailand. The rest looks like it's from China. Radish and cauliflower and broccoli and carrots. And exotic yellow lemons and oranges. So folks, this was the Iban morning market of Bintulu. Maybe the best market in the city of Bintulu, especially if you're hunting for fruits, vegetables and unusual jungle stuff. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful city of Bintulu and the beautiful state of Sarawak in Borneo, the most fruit-rich island in the world. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. The more the weekend approaches, the better this night market gets and the seasonal jungle fruit starts showing up. Look at those huge tarap. Well, they're not from the jungle, they're a modern variety. Carcadil or hibiscus. Let me show you a couple more of the more rare-ish things. Different jungle vegetables here. Black rice, pounded cassava leaves. I think those should be banana stems. What is the good stuff? What is the good stuff? I used to see it everywhere. Some local oranges. Pumpkins and pattaya beans. Oh yeah, here they have lots of bread nut. And this time I confirmed it, it's not breadfruit, it's bread nut. Here you can see how unripe fruits have been cut open to use as a vegetable. Some dabai, although they claim that it comes from very far away, from even behind Brunei. Here, some huge tampoi. And it goes on and on and on. Yeah, it's mostly vegetables and non-seasonal fruits, but in between them, from time to time, you can spot a lot of stuff, which right now is escaping me. Somewhere over there in front there was Tuku Langsat, and there was also rambutan. I don't know, I think that the culmination will be on Sunday night. At least that's what we had here a couple years ago. Then the night market was behind me, but here there was a giant second night market, which probably occurs only on Sunday. Maybe that's when all the Iban from the surrounding areas will come with their stuff. I have to ask if this giant Sunday market still exists. Unfortunately, tomorrow I want to leave. Okay, no rare durians tonight, but here we have the Tuku Langsat and the rambutan. Yeah, the jungle durians, well, I ate them yesterday.